G'day guys, so this is something I've been sitting on for quite a while. But since we just got hit by a racer with a similar build, I think the cat's out of the bag. So in this video I'm going to be boxing in a racer with only leaving the back exposed, with the aim to do it as cleanly and as efficiently as possible. So the basic mechanic we're working with here is to demo the door frame but leave the door. And that's done by laying the door down on a ceiling, attached to a ceiling, but demoing the ceiling that's attached to the one that's holding the door frame up. And that'll leave the door. And that's completely independent of any foundation. Now the reason this is OP on a platform build is because they're only limited to 2 door frames, not 2 doors. So you can use as many doors as you want. Or up to the limit of the platform anyway. So we want a foundation lowered 1 level as far forward as possible on the saddle. So place a pillar front and centre, a foundation back from that, demolish the pillar and place a foundation forward, and then 1 ceiling. Now down from the back of that ceiling, place 6 walls down. To aid in these builds, I always place a ramp on a pillar. Now 2 ceilings forward from the bottom at ground level. If you can't get that second one in, it's because the race is pointing uphill slightly. So just heading in. Make sure it's slightly downhill and you'll get it in. Now using the ramp to give me some clearance, I place a ladder to line everything up straight. Place a gate frame as far forward as possible. And make sure the sides aren't obstructed. Place a door in and demo the ceiling that's not underneath the door. The one that holds up the one that the door's on. Now replace the ceilings with ones out the sides and 2 diagonal ones. 2 diagonal door frames on each side. Place the doors in and demo the ceiling in the centre. The doors are in. Now for the next 2 door frames, we're going to place them on catwalks. That avoids obstructions. And again, I'm going to use ladders to line them up straight. Don't place it while on the ladder, but just use the ladder to line your body up straight. Jump off the ladder and just go sideways until you find the correct spot. And the exact same on the other side. Again, demo the centre. Now we're going 2 ceilings back. A ceiling out to the sides. And a triangle ceiling forward. Triangle ceilings are far less likely to get obstructed. Again, I always use ladders to keep everything clean and tight. You don't have to use them. Place all the doors down with a slight overlap. Just demo the front centre ceiling again. For the next doors we're going 3 back and 1 out each side. And place the doors just like the others. Okay, and that finishes off the bottom. Now for the top row, we don't need any of these foundations anymore. So for the top row, we need to replace the foundations but leave them at the standard height. Just place it as centered and as far forward as possible. 1 ceiling forward and 3 walls down, and 2 ceilings forward to meet the top of that front door, and a door frame front and centre. Place the gate in and demo the first ceiling. To get the next 2 in, open up the 2 corner doors. And we'll use triangular ceilings here. And reshut the doors so we know where the centre is. Bring up the crosshair that's by holding the select button, so you can put that on the center point. And same on the other side. Put the doors in and demo the center ceiling. Again, we're opening up the bottom doors to avoid obstructions, and this time using catwalks. Okay, so now there's 4 more doors to place, but to do this we'll start building it out from the side. So a ceiling out and 3 walls down. Then you don't need that ceiling anymore. Whenever a ceiling is obstructed, just use triangle ceilings. You have to use 2 to get to the centre of that bottom door frame. Okay, so now we're hitting the structure limit, so demo everything that's not needed anymore. And do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so the foundation forward is going to be a lot of help here. Place the doors in and demo the back foundation. And to get the 2 last doors in, just repeat what we just did for the ones in front. Okay, so that's all the doors placed. So what are we at? About 13 minutes. But it's nice, clean, tight and efficient. Now for the ceiling, we have to place the foundations again. Everything's sitting at the different level. So a pillar front and centre, foundation back from that. Pick the pillar up, put it back in the centre of the foundation. Pick the foundation up. Put the foundation forward and repeat. Keep doing this until you get right down to the level just above the top of the platform saddle. So that's it there. Now I'll go a couple door frames up. You could use walls if you're thinking to give more better protection. A giant hatch frame off to one side and the back one off to the other side. And fill in the gaps with the ceilings. Okay, so you might not be able to get this last row in because you don't have the foundation support. You need to put one back, but you need 3 pieces. And that brings it up to the limit of the racer. So to get our last 3 pieces in, we need to angle the racer forward. That brings that single foundation back more underneath the back of the racer. And you'll be able to get them last 3 in. And that's it. That's a capped racer build. You won't be able to replace any more pieces. But we don't need any. Anyway, this is an old video. I had a couple of tribe mates who went on to play on the Daddy server, and they got me to join and make the racer for them. Anyway, they were trying to raid a surface entrance, which is with a turret wall on it. So we're using the gravity grenades to boost the racer up onto the ledge. It's only a tamed racer, so it can't take too many hits. Anyway, they did successfully push in to the generator and disable the wall. Anyway, that's it, guys. I usually use this technique to make traps instead of the racer build, but, well, that's for another video, I guess.